New Hampshire's multi-tiered system of supports for behavioral health and wellness, or MTSS-B, is a tiered prevention framework of social, emotional, and behavioral supports designed to promote student wellness and improve engagement in learning. While most students will be successful with school-wide Tier 1 MTSS-B strategies, up to 20% of students with more significant needs will require Tier 2 and 3 targeted behavioral health support. Tier 2 provides targeted supports for students who need extra assistance developing social-emotional skills and who may be at risk of future behavioral health concerns. Tier 2 supports are brief and delivered in small groups or through daily check-ins with a mentor. Tier 3 offers individualized interventions for students whose behavioral health needs require more intensive support, including assessment, counseling, and other one-on-one services. Tier 2 and 3 supports are selected in partnership with families and should be delivered with parent or guardian consent. First, an advanced tier team mobilizes to plan Tier 2 and Tier 3 systems and services. In some cases, schools may choose to establish separate Tier 2 and Tier 3 teams. The Advanced Tier Team, or teams, includes a school administrator with decision-making power to move goals into action, school counselors, social workers, student assistant program providers, mental health clinicians, or other school behavioral health providers, representatives from community mental health partners, a student and/or family member to provide input on the design of the systems. The Advanced Tier Team focuses on overall system design and implementation. Students receiving Tier 3 services each have an individualized student support team that includes family members and the student when developmentally appropriate. The Advanced Tier Team develops a system to collect and monitor data at the aggregate level, using indicators of student need, such as discipline events and attendance, service utilization rates, and outcomes of current interventions. These data help the team identify how well the current behavioral health system is meeting student needs. As with all student data, appropriate protections and permissions will need to be in place to ensure student privacy. The Advanced Tier Team uses findings from data reviews to develop a well-articulated action plan to drive the Advanced Tier work. It's critical that Tier 1 and Advanced Tier teams work together to integrate their implementation efforts. The action plan is based on data, outlines specific strategies, steps, people responsible, and timelines for implementing Advanced Tier systems and services, and is updated at least annually. The Advanced Tier system includes several additional strategies to support efficient and effective service delivery, including selection of an array of high-leverage, evidence-based Tier 2 and 3 supports and services that best fit the local need, a universal screening process to identify students who may require additional social-emotional and behavioral health support. Screening can include a review of existing data, like office discipline referrals, attendance, and grades. It can also include use of a validated screening measure that considers everyday observable student behaviors, such as self-regulation in the classroom, interactions with teachers and peers, and academic engagement. A request for assistance process that makes the pathway for seeking support for students clearly defined, consistent, and accessible to all. And development of facilitated referral pathways that expedite access to community mental health services for students and their families. The Advanced Tier Team monitors fidelity of, access to, and outcomes of interventions, monitoring fidelity of overall MTSS-B and evidence-based practices, helps school staff stay true to guiding frameworks and maximize successful outcomes for students. Access to Tier 2 and 3 supports and services and student outcomes are monitored at the aggregate level, while individualized student support teams monitor progress on student-specific goals. The advanced tiers offer targeted and intensive supports to students in need, and together with a strong Tier 1 system, will support readiness for learning and overall well-being for every student. If you're interested in learning more about how to implement MTSS-B, visit our website at nhmtssb.org.